How many times have you thought that to be successful in business, you need to be ruthless? You need to dominate. That winning, that success is a zero-sum game, and you are either on the side of the winner or the loser. I think a lot of us have been led to believe that this is how it all works. And that's why I absolutely loved reading Give and Take by Adam Grant. I'm a huge fan of Adam Grant to begin with, but this book in particular was pretty transformative for me. The whole book is about givers and takers and matchers in the middle, and how they operate in the world, and how they're successful. One of the things that I think was the most interesting, he kind of kicks the book off with making a bunch of kind of statistical examples around the success of givers versus takers. And often we really do think that it's takers. You know, we've seen Wolf of Wall Street, we've seen Wall Street, we've seen all these books about, especially in the financial industry, it's the takers, it's the greedy, the ruthless that get ahead. And I mean, we even have nice guys always finish last, right? So, but he gives you some data on the income and kind of the success of givers. And it's really interesting. In a bunch of different examples, he shows that givers are always in, I think it's the top third of income and kind of results, but they're also at the bottom third. And so he digs in to really examine that. What puts givers at the top and what relegates them to the bottom? And I think one of the things that was the most eye-opening for me, because this is something that I've very much been exploring myself and really thinking about personally, is what he explains is that the givers that wind up on top are the ones that, yes, they are givers, but they are a little selfish too. They are thinking about their giving in ways that benefit themselves. So it's not just, oh, it's sort of a manipulative sense of giving, but it's people that want to really succeed, people that want to come out on top because they know that will help them have a bigger impact, that will give them an opportunity to help more, to give more. And so there's many of us, and I many times have fallen into this camp of not taking care of myself, putting others' needs first. But what winds up happening, it's that the airplane safety rule, right? You put your mask on first and then you help others. When you don't do that, you run out of things to give. And so he talks a bunch about how the biggest worry or the biggest downside, potential downside for givers is burnout. And so what can givers do to fix that? And he also talks a bunch about how to change takers' behavior and turn them into givers. The thing I loved about this book is that it was fascinating, it was informative, it was inspiring, but it was also really actionable and practical. So I finished the book and I immediately thought, okay, the Our Galaxy Slack community, I want to figure out how we turn this community into a community of givers. How can we encourage people to pull out the stops to help one another and create this kind of ring, this circle, this cycle of generosity and of giving, so that everybody benefits and everybody feels better about themselves, about the work they're doing, and about the people that they're spending their time with. So I highly recommend reading this book. I listened to the audio version, and even though Adam Grant doesn't read it, I normally don't love it when authors don't read their books, but it was a great audiobook, tons of takeaways. It's one that I will absolutely be buying the hardcover so that I can go and make reference to certain things that I've learned. So if you are a giver out there and you worry that that's maybe your downfall, read this book. And if you're a taker, and you're a taker because you think that's the only way to be successful, read this book. And if you have read the book, please share in the comments, let me know how it went. Super interested to hear from all of you about what you thought and what changes you're making to be more of a giver. If this video has been at all helpful, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to get that chime when a new video goes live, and share in the comments what was the thing that was most valuable about this and what are you going to use from it moving forward.